Hello everyone. The long road to Nancy will require that sprinters aiming for another notch on their handlebars will have to ensure that teammates make their contribution. A detour will be made via Verdun in tribute to those who fell during the Great War.
Okay. So I stick to the wheels in front.
The riders have just set out and already there's an attack.
We've got enough of a points lead for the Polka Dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up.
The peloton has caught up. There's no more escapees. Things are livening up at the head of the peloton. The peloton has just joined up with a breakaway. Things are livening up at the head of the peloton. Difficult to predict how today will go. Fighters have a real chance to put pressure on the sprinters because of the climbs in the last 25 kilometers. Moreover, we can expect a puncher to make more of the circumstances than a pure sprinter.
Watch out. You're not going to be able to attack for much longer.
The riders up front are widening the gap, but they're not dangerous. Attack at the head of the peloton. There will be 45 points for the stage winner towards the green jersey. It could allow punchers to get most out of the day if they manage to lose the sprinters.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The time gap between the peloton and the breakaway is decreasing.
Okay, I'll follow any attack. Okay.
breakaways losing ground.
His teammates are accelerating. They're no doubt readying the intermediate sprint. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
His pace is not really an asset, and so, instead, he must rely on his capabilities as a ruler puncher to gain the upper hand.
Understood.
He's an excellent puncher who also knows how to climb in the mountains. On the other hand, it's better for him that he finishes alone because his capabilities as a sprinter really are limited. His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out. A good ruler, he doesn't really have a strong point that would scare opponents.
The first riders are 2 kilometers from the climb.
Okay, we'll relay.
You must constantly try to shelter from the wind so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
Okay. So I stick to the wheels in front.
The mountains really aren't his thing. He's more of a puncher ruler with a good finish, if in a small group.
Here's the positions over the last climb.
Okay. So I stick to the wheels in front.
He's one of the very best climbers, capable of accelerating on any summit climb. He's an outsider. He must be watched. He has eyes on the overall standing.
Wearing the jersey implies certain responsibilities. Team members must ensure the tempo of the race, and they, therefore, tire more. That is why it is sometimes better not to take the overall lead too early, in order to avoid tiring one's team. He's the best placed on the overall standings in the breakaway. The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win. He's got his team riding to set up a sprint finish. This is not the time to hang around at the back of the peloton.
Okay, we'll relay. I'll relay.
Allez, putain!
Okay. So I stick to the wheels in front.
At the front, he's the best placed for the green jersey.
Okay. So I stick to the wheels in front.
He's got his team riding to set up a sprint finish. This is not the time to hang around at the back of the peloton.
Okay. So I stick to the wheels in front. Okay, I'll follow any attack.
There are 30 kilometers left. Everything should be played out on the next summit. If the sprinters manage to stick with the peloton, we should see a sprint finish. Otherwise, the race will be driven by attacks.
Okay, I'll follow any attack. So I stick to the wheels in front. I'll relay.
He's one of the very best climbers, capable of accelerating on any summit climb.
Understood.
He's the fastest sprinter in the leading group. The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win. The first riders are 2 kilometers from the climb.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
Watch out! You're not going to be able to attack for much longer.
Last time checked with a breakaway, 1 minute. "30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end. Here's the positions over the last climb. Use the high gear ratio when the tempo of the race picks up. The rest of the time, use the small gear ratio so as not to strain yourself.
Looks like the breakaway still has some gas left. It's still able to widen the gap. From the finish for the leaders. It's going to be complicated. Watch the demeanor of the other sprinters to know when to launch your sprint. If you start too soon, you will be unable to continue your effort to the line. If you start too late, you will not have time to work your way to the front. It is not always a good idea to be too many in a breakaway, as the others will not necessarily want to cooperate with us. Watch out! He's trying to get away on a counter-attack! The finish will be adjudged at the end of a 1.5 kilometer straight.
You have 30 seconds on the peloton.
Bunched peloton. And the final sprint is on.
He's amongst the leading riders this year. Here's the yellow jersey of this Tour de France. Let's hope for his sake that things go as well in the future, but for now, he can relish the moment. Tops the standings and will receive the traditional honours. Polka Dot jersey of this Tour de France. It is a moment that he soon won't forget, and which marks it. Come on, let's applaud him once more.